Hi everyone, my name is Shannon Petter and I am the creator of the Love is Always the Way Oracle Card Deck and Guidebook, which was published this year in 2023. There it is in all its glory. It has been so exciting and fun to finally have it in print and published and out there circulating in the world. I have really appreciated the feedback that some of you have sent me, and I've also enjoyed hearing and watching some of the many interpretations that have come through. That's the beauty of creating something like this and the energy they take on with each of us individually. So I'm just as excited to be here with you today to do an energetic overview and preview for 2024. So we're going to do a 12 card, 12-month overview. And we're going to take a little look at the energy for each month to give us an idea of what's coming down the pike. I know I'm a Virgo, so I appreciate structure. I always like to have a sense of what's coming up. There's, of course, always free will, but this gives us a sense of what we can expect as much as possible. And then, of course, our free will and our lives will fill in all the pieces in between. As I was getting ready to do this for you guys the other day, I happened to read a post by Denise Lynn. And if you don't know who she is, track her down. She's also a card creator, and she put some really beautiful, informative, rich, energetic posts up as well that I have enjoyed reading for the last few years. And she put one that was a brief wrap up and reminder of the themes of 2023. And then also her predictions for 2024. And she incorporates a little bit of numerology, a little bit of astrology, both Western and Chinese, and then also her energetic downloads. And as I was reading through, I thought, this is a good baseline to do the card pull with the Love is Always the Way cards. But also I wanted to share some of her thoughts and information that she shared, so you can sort of have the same baseline that I did going into this card reading. So 2023 was really a year of clearing out. It was a year of the water rat, which is about clearing clutter, tilling soil, and prep time. The themes were refresh, replenish, and release. The 3 R's: refresh, replenish, and release. So it's really about clearing the decks to get ready for what is coming in for 2024. And if you're watching this in 2023, don't worry, there's still time. I know I always feel good when I clear the clutter. So whether it's mental clutter, physical clutter, spatial clutter, energetic clutter, even if it's hard to get started, it's always worth it. And that has been the theme of 2023. So that's going to tee us up and get us ready for what's coming in 2024. I always think of that analogy of, holding your fist like this. You can't receive what's meant for you and what's next if you're holding tight onto what was, especially if the time has passed. So 2023 was that year of letting go. So coming into 2024, Denise tells us that it is going to be the year of the wood dragon, a year that is much more about action, birth, and rebirth. Sounds a lot like Scorpio, a Scorpio theme, doesn't it? She said it's going to be a year that's going to have fertile ground for our dreams and for rapid growth. So whereas last year, 2023 was about clearing things out at a little bit more of a slower pace, kind of consistent, plodding along, it created the fertile ground so that what's next is going to come in fast. All the clearing and the seeds that you planted are going to start to show themselves. There's also a theme of spiritual awakening, strength, and power. I love the word power when it's in the light, because to me, it makes me think of the solar plexus and our own strength. So all the work that we've done cumulatively up to 2023 and beyond has teed us up for what's coming next in 2024, which is going to be a much faster year. She talks about blessing and releasing relationships that don't serve you and opening up more space. Again, that goes to this. She talks about It being an 8-year, which again is about success and power. There's that word again. There's something about power that's coming into play. And you know, as we go through this reading, we might see some of the dark side of power that's going to come through too, because there's a light and dark side to every energy. So success, power, abundance, passion, and positivity. And even just reading those words, it gives me a very pentacle-y feeling energy, especially if we look at 2023 as having cleared the soil, which is kind of the Capricorn energy, and then coming into 2024, which is tilling the soil, planting the seeds. And even it looks like from the reading that I did that Virgo energy of bringing forth the harvest is also going to come in 2024. So it's almost like all of that is sort of going to be packed into this year. She also talks about it being a year of honesty, truth, and manifestation. So, you know, you can connect those two. Being honest and truthful with yourself and others also gets us into a position of power, in positive power in ourselves. And that sets us up for manifestation and expansiveness. She talks about a shift into higher consciousness, amazing transformations, and great awakenings. That all sounds pretty amazing, doesn't it? I know I'm ready. She says to keep evolving and make sure you stay a sacred observer, which I always love. It's important. It's important to listen deeply as much as you can. So to summarize the words for 2024, according to Denise Lynn: action, strength, power, success, abundance, passion, release, continuing release to grow and manifest, expansiveness, shifting into higher consciousness, getting ready for amazing, and transformation. I don't know about you, but I'm ready. Let's go. So I wanted to just add another note here and tell you that one of my aunts passed away earlier this year. And when my fiance, David, and I went in to see her in the hospital right before she transitioned, we asked her how she was, and she put her arm in the air and she said, "I'm supercharged. I'm supercharged." And we laughed, but I'll tell you what, we have used those words all year. How you doing today? I'm supercharged. And so when I heard about 2024, I thought, you know what? 2024 is going to be supercharged. So let's get into the details. January bounds in with the Create with Love card. We're coming out of the gate feeling renewed and ready to go after 2023. And the card and the energy for January has the feel of a blank canvas that's ready for you to create your dreams, your vision, your work, your mission on the canvas. What are your dreams and desires after the clear out of 2023? What is meant to be painted on your personal canvas? Remember to do everything within the context of love and to follow your intuition, and you can't go wrong. It's a reminder to be creative during this time and to dream big. February flows in with breathe in love and exhale gratitude. After working harder in January, February comes in saying, hey, take a minute to look at what you've done thus far and accomplished. It's time to appreciate everything that you have and everything that you are. And if you look at all of the hearts around the infinity symbol, it's a reminder that love is abundant and all around you at all times. I love the infinity symbol that is incorporated into this card because it reminds us that love is a constantly restoring energy. It's infinite and it never ends. It will always fill us up. There is a reminder in February to be in the attitude of gratitude and to take some time to meditate in that appreciation and continue to ground down. Ground the work that you've done. January and February combined have a very 7 and 8 of Pentacles energy to me. We've done the work. We've worked hard when the Spirit has moved us. And now it's time to take some rest, to step back, and to appreciate everything that has been accomplished thus far. March. Love is patient. Love is kind. The vibe coming through here is that we need to be gentle with ourselves. Maybe things are taking more than a minute, and this is the time to exercise patience, all the while staying focused. Just because it hasn't manifested yet doesn't mean it's not manifesting at all. Everything in and on divine time. Just like February, March has a very internal feeling focus. Notice how the flowers are growing inside the heart. Trust that the seeds that you have planted and all of the soil that you have tilled is helping those flowers to grow, the flowers of your dreams and your vision and your work. Even if you don't yet see the fruits of your labor, they are there in the space of what you have already accomplished and what you love. This year definitely has a lot of in, out, accelerate, slow down energy to it, which is okay. We just have to trust the rhythm of what's happening. We need to stay high in the vibration of trust and love and ground down. April comes in with a refreshed energy. After a couple quieter, internally focused months, it's time to step out again. What is your intuition telling you is the next step on your path? Are you staying in the space of love and intention as you make moves for the highest good of yourself and others? Notice that the background on this card is yellow, the color of the solar plexus chakra. So it feels like it's going to be a very self-focused time, all about stepping out and into your calling, onto your destined path, connecting into that energy of power that we talked a little bit about in the intro. May. I love the center in love for this month because it's Taurus season, which is rooted in the physicality of the earth and the body. It's a time to enjoy the fruits of your labor at last, and this tree is showing you that the seeds you've planted have taken root, and now you're starting to see the true blooms, the beautiful flowers, and all because you stayed centered in love. Just like in February with the breathe in love, exhale gratitude energy, May has a sense of actually taking a moment to rest on your laurels for a bit. It's okay to admire your work and see how far that you have come. Again, with that attitude of gratitude, tune into the vibe so that you can continue to expand and deliver even more through manifestation. The year overall seems to have a lot of ebb and flow, like I've said, so you have to tune in and know when to work and push, and when to step back, rest, and appreciate. It can be nuanced, but it's important to know those differences. June has us falling into love. This is a real footloose and fancy-free feel for the month of June. After doing the work both internally and externally, in addition to taking the pauses, which sometimes can feel like work, it's actually time to fall into love and joy. This month has such an overwhelming sense of joy. This could be within yourself, with someone else, a place, an experience, your work. The possibilities are endless. So what resonates for you? The energy of June just screams fun. And when you do fall, know that there will be other aligned souls that will be joining you in a happy puddle pile. It's a moment of finding more of your tribe. July rolls in, letting us know that love knows the way. It may be a little bit hard to refocus after the fun and excitement of June, but it's time to get back on path, back to work. Although nothing's really work when you love what you do. You actually know the way, so think back to January and April's energy of creation and stepping out for inspiration and motivation. If things have changed since then or shifted, transformed, ask the divine to guide you back to the path you're meant for. Start everything with your heart and soul in alignment, and you can't go wrong. August feels like it could be the heavy-hitting month that we caught a glimpse of in the intro, where we talked briefly about the darker side of power. It feels like in August something radical may happen on a global scale. In all honesty, sometimes hard things happen to not only wake us up, but to unite us. We are all one, made from the same divine source, and love will change the world. Denise mentioned in her 2024 predictions that this could be a year of global reset, so we may start to see that unfold in August. That is more of a macro read, but on the micro, so to speak, it may be that you are starting to see your work and your efforts spill out into the world and affect change, all in the higher vibration of love. No matter what happens in August, stay in your heart and remember that we are going to be all right. Which just springboards us right into September. September is here to remind us that love is an infinite source. It is always replenished and it is always there for us. Whether we are in the ebb and flow of work or rest, love will always fill our tank. There may be moments during this month that we need to reach up to the divine and our guides. Their support is truly abundant, so never hesitate to ask for what you need. Then get quiet to listen. The answers always come. You are always loved and supported, and your needs will be met. The love is an infinite source energy signature also links back to breathe in love and exhale gratitude and that infinite replenishing energy. It always replenishes itself because it is infinite. October flies in with the energy in the card that reminds us faith, hope, love. I think we will all feel renewed this month, especially after pulling down from the infinite source energy of love in September. The energy of October draw brings me back to the love is patient, love is kind energy signature of March. So there may be some similarities between March and October. So take note of that. I feel that because we've held faith and hope throughout the year and all of the ups and downs, the reward of love is going to be bigger and better than ever. It's going to lift us up. We will be supported up by the divine, which ultimately feels so comforting and just yummy. It has a very tangible, tactile energy signature to it, so we may be experiencing that in a very physical way. November. Love wins. Hard stop. Love wins. This is an interesting card because for those of us that live in the United States, 2024 is a big election year, and the election is in November. So no matter what your political beliefs are and who wins, we need to trust that we are on our path. As individuals, as countries, as the world, everything is in and on divine time for the evolution of ourselves and the world. If this does prove to be a global reset year, we need to hold the vibration of love for the highest and best outcome for all. We are actually vibrating higher, and it's starting to show. December brings us to the end of the year. You are love. This is a perfect card to end the calendar year. It is both a card and a time of reflection for all that has transpired and all that you have accomplished. Link back in to breathe in love and exhale gratitude. Take a minute. You deserve it. Let your heart go to your head. You've earned it. Love and the divine is all around you. Take time to meditate, to be present in all that has happened and all that is, because one thing is true. Love is always the way. Thank you so much for listening. I am wishing you the best in the coming months ahead and sending you lots of love.